trial attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, all right, let's talk about this. We're going to hear closing arguments from the state. Second-degree murder. It can be pretty straightforward for them because they're most likely, well, they will play that cell phone video of George inside that suitcase. They're going to be able to say that Sarah helped zip it up. So this is depraved heart. What do you think?
I love the last two words you said, depraved heart. That's exactly what they're going to think. That's what I was going to say. I believe that. Listen, Sarah Boone, say whatever you want about her. She is on brand, dude. She is always on brand. Honestly, I respect her. I think she's a little bit, crazy for what she did, for how this whole thing happened, both what happened and how it happened, and after her behavior after it happened. One of the experts in here said that she suffers from a little bit of narcissistic personality, not rising to the level of a disorder. That's what I thought. I'm not a doctor. That's what I thought when I looked at the interviews both on the sidewalk with the police when they arrested her and the interview with the pink shirt detective. So I believe she's going to get convicted. I don't believe that this is a murder too. I believe that this is an involuntary manslaughter. I believe it screams involuntary manslaughter all day long. I always said there's actually not only a factual question here, but a legal question. The legal question is, do you, and I expect, Owens to focus on this, one of the focus points of his closing argument, do you have a duty as a private citizen to unzip a suitcase when the person in the suitcase voluntarily went in, but you assisted them in zipping it up? Do you have a duty, right? It's like a Rorschach test. People are going to look at it and come to different conclusions. But do you have a duty or not? If you don't have a duty, I know you don't have a duty to jump into a river and save a drowning person. That's an easy one. I know you have a duty to put down a gun that you've picked up and you're going to shoot somebody. But this is in the middle. Do you have that duty? Owens is going to make a very impassioned closing argument. I'm really riveted by the closing arguments. I think she made a mistake by not allowing lesser included charges. I believe that was a mistake. She's already served 4 years in jail. But that comes down to the little bit of narcissistic personality. But she has swayed me a little bit in this case, Kelly. I will be honest. She did sway me. I didn't think she'd sway me, but she did sway me with her testimony. I do believe that she's a battered person. I did not know she was stabbed in the leg. I did not know when she showed the picture of her leg being stabbed. I felt bad for her because, I have a daughter. Like, I don't want my daughter to be treated that way by anybody. I also did not know how small Jorge Torres is, right? He's 103 pounds. I have a 9-year-old son who's very thin. He weighs 115 pounds. He's 9 years old. This guy weighed 12 pounds less than my 9-year-old, right? So this whole case had things in it I did not know, and I've been looking at this for 3 years, 4 years. I did not know any of the stuff that came out in that trial. So the closing arguments are going to be very impactful, very important. I'm riveted. I want to see what comes out. I want to see how Owens brings all the evidence together. We know in his opening statement he said, my client lied, and I want to see how he brings it into the closing argument. It's going to be very, very fascinating to see.